A big day in Milwaukee as President Donald Trump ramps up his re-election campaign in the Badger State. The president left for Cleveland late this afternoon, but spent time in Fox Point for a fundraiser and Durko Aerospace in Milwaukee.
The president spoke exclusively with our Charles Benson, who joins us live from Durko Aerospace with what the president had to say. Charles.
Yeah, a big day here for President Trump as he got to talk about the country and his manufacturing record and also concerns he has about trade and trying to reach a new trade agreement with Mexico and Canada. But I also had a chance to talk to him one-on-one on a number of issues and press him on his economic record, especially when it comes to Milwaukee and people who are still feeling challenged in certain areas of the economy and home ownership when it comes to African Americans and Hispanics. Listen in.
Well done. Mexico approved.
President Trump back in Wisconsin talking trade. Trump says job creation has created more opportunities for all Americans and historic low unemployment, especially for African Americans and Hispanics. As you know, you're in Milwaukee now. Right. Historically segregated city. Faced a number of issues with people who are still struggling with poverty and home ownership. What would you say to folks who are looking for some help to lift them out of that situation?
Okay, well, we have a lot of jobs programs, and even my daughter, Ivanka, is very much, it's such an important issue for her, and they're training people to go, because we have a different kind of a job today than we had 20 years ago.
U.S. labor says black unemployment has dropped to about 6%. For all of the United States, it's at 3.6%.
We're doing training, we're starting training centers, and we're asking companies, because I think companies can do it better, we're asking companies to go and do job training.
So after my one-on-one interview with the president, he spoke here at Durko, talking to employees at Durko Aerospace. And one of the main points he hit on was the U.S., Mexico, and Canada trade agreement.
The USMCA is estimated to create 76,000 brand new American auto jobs, and very quickly. That means more cars, more trucks, and auto parts will be stamped with those beautiful words, made in the USA. Remember, we used to see that all the time, made in the USA? The USMCA is also a tremendous victory for, in particular, farmers, because we have had such support. To help dairy farmers right here in Wisconsin, the USMCA stops unfair trade barriers from Canada.
President Trump also talking about Wisconsin's low unemployment rate, which is 3%, which is lower than the national average. Now, when we looked at the president's speech here, he talked about a number of things, including Durko employees. They got to be here. Take a look as the president arrived here at this manufacturing facility. They make parts for military planes. The president says that he had the opportunity to talk to employees here, and the employees say this was pretty neat to see a sitting president.
This is something that I'll carry with me for a lifetime, to be recognized by the president and to be able to go up there and shake his hand.
And the president said he chose this business because of its support to the military and manufacturing. Now, the president's day started at the airport when Air Force One arrived here earlier in the day. Mary Jo Ola was there for all the fanfare.
As President Donald Trump made another trip to Wisconsin, a group of supporters waited to welcome him. Cheers as President Donald Trump walked off Air Force One in Milwaukee. Exciting supporters who tried their best to capture the moment.
We took lots of pictures. My son got to shake his hand, and it was just an honor.
Some left with their hats signed by the president. One woman was overwhelmed when the commander-in-chief signed her Christian Louboutin shoes.
The first time that I wore these shoes was at the White House last year, and so it's something that holds a lot of sentimental value.
For this southeastern Wisconsin dairy farmer, this is an opportunity he's been waiting for years.
A neighbor of mine bought up a whole bunch of hats. You know, we're big, it's big Trump country down that part. And, you know, it's just, I'm so excited to be here and got to get it signed, and just to meet the president. It was just a surreal experience.
Mary Jo Ola, today's TMJ4.
And from the airport, President Trump traveled by motorcade to a private fundraiser at a home in Fox Point. The Republican National Committee estimates that the president helped raise $3 million today. In fact, that is money he is going to need as he faces re-election. I think his trip here today to Wisconsin, his sixth since being elected, highlights just how important Wisconsin is. He also comes here one day and 1 year before the Democratic National Convention has their convention right here in Milwaukee. So Wisconsin very much in play. The president telling me he'll be back here several times. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Charles Benson, today's TMJ4.